Year 6, welcome to the Manor Academy. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Miss Rawson and I'm the head of Year 7. It's my job to make sure you settle in and you're happy while you are with us. As you know, we're not open at the moment due to the coronavirus. I know that you are at home also, and I hope you're spending some quality time with your family. I just want to say thank you to all of the key workers who are working to keep the country running during this pandemic, and also to the parents at home who are looking after you during this difficult time. I know you're worrying about moving up to the Manor Academy, so we have made a series of videos that hopefully will ease some of your concerns. This is the first video answering some frequently asked questions. I hope you find it useful.
Morning Year 7, can't wait to meet you in September. I'm Mrs Brennan and I'm the head of science. So one of my questions is, will you be with your friends next year? Maybe you will, but maybe you won't. There's quite a few people starting Manor who don't know anyone at all. This is the ideal time for you to get to know new people and make new friends. And these friendships are going to last you for a long, long time. So don't be worried if you don't know people. My second question is, will I always be taught in my tutor group? No, not necessarily. Most subjects you are, but in maths they do change it, so the groups are different. So again, you're going to get to meet new people. So stay safe, have a wonderful summer, and we'll get to see you soon. Bye.
Hi Year 6, soon to be Year 7. My name's Miss Orley and I'm a teaching assistant at the Manor. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all and I hope that you are too. I'm sure you're a little bit worried at the minute, but please don't be. It's a great place to be. You're going to love it. You've been sending some questions in, and one of the questions was, will I have a teaching assistant in my class? I can't answer that at the minute. Some groups will and some groups won't. But if I am in your class, then please ask me for help because that's what I'm there for, or just say hello, that's fine too. You also wanted to know about Breakfast Club and Lunch Club. Breakfast Club runs Monday to Friday, and that's from 8 o'clock in the morning, where you can go have toast, get a drink and play some games. But more importantly, you can go and make new friends. That's always a good thing. If you do want to go to Breakfast Club, you need to let Miss Rawson know so that she can sort that out for you. We also have many lunch clubs across the school. We'll give you more information when you come, but it's things like chess club, maybe table tennis, things like that. I run a quieter lunch club, and this is where you can come and chat with staff, other members of the team, make new friends, you can chat to your friends, you can play games, colour. It's just a little bit more chilled out, if you like, so you'll be welcome to that as well. I think that's it for now. Really looking forward to seeing you soon. But for now, stay safe and take care.
Hi guys, my name is Mr Clifford and I'm leader of Key Stage 3 Humanities here at the Manor Academy. Now, Miss Rawson has asked me to talk to you a little bit about the types of trips you can go on when you come here. Now, when things get back to normal, there are loads of trips and there's too many for me to mention in this short video. But when they do come out, you will be told about them, so don't worry about that. So basically, trips are either going to be run within subjects or they're going to be whole school. So some of the subject trips, well, in geography, we go to places like the Deep in Hull, which is the Sea Life Centre Aquarium. We go for an overnight stay in Bristol and visit the university there and explore the city. We also do trips into the Peak District to do some field work, and then a little bit closer to home as well, we'll have the chance to explore our local area and do some field work there. Now, in other subjects like history, they go a little further afield. They go to the Belgian battlefields to look at the World War I battlefields there. And you would have been learning about this at the time, so it's a great opportunity for you to actually get to see where you've been learning about. In other subjects in humanities, in RE for instance, we'll go to local religious sites, so mosques and churches. And then in other subjects like languages, depending on which one you do, they run trips to Spain or France, and again, a great chance for you to practice those skills you've been learning about. Now, I said some of the trips were also whole school. So for instance, there is a ski trip that we run here. It is a really fantastic trip, a once in a lifetime chance for you to go away with your friends and ski. And the great thing is you don't have to have been skiing before. You could be a complete novice because the instructors there will teach you how to ski safely. Some of the other whole school trips are run on drop down days. Now, drop down days are where you don't have your normal lessons. So on these days, what will happen is on some of them, they are trips to places like universities, and you get to sample the universities, see if that's the kind of thing that you might like to do when you're older. Some of the other ones are reward trips, and at the end of the year, they do run trips to theme parks and places like that, just to reward you at the end of the year. So in short, there are plenty of different types of trips you can go on here, some whole school, some subject specific, but you'll get to find out more about them as and when they come up.
Hi guys, I'm Miss Gosling and I'm a maths teacher at the Manor Academy. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all very soon and getting to know you in September. Okay, Miss Rawson has asked me to come on and answer a couple of questions for you guys, which I'm sure lots of you would like to know the answer to. So those questions are, what time does school start? Where do I go in the morning? And where can I come onto school site? Now, school starts at 8:30 every single morning. Okay, and where you need to go is a little bit different during the week. Monday to Thursday, you will go straight to your tutor room. Okay, and your tutor will tell you if you ever need to go somewhere different for that. On a Friday, you don't go to tutor in the morning. You go straight to period 1. Okay, which I know seems a little bit weird, but it will all make sense when you start. Okay, in terms of coming onto school site, there are 3 options. 2 of them are on Park Hall Road. Okay, and that's where our car park is as well if parents are dropping you off. So, on Park Hall Road, the 2 entrances, one of them brings you out by English and drama, the other one brings you out by humanities and science. Okay, the 3rd entrance is on the other side of school, okay, and it's the Manor Park or Manor Complex entrance. Okay, so where the sports centre that you can go to is, that's where you can also come into school. Okay, so hopefully, wherever you live in Mansfield Woodhouse or further afield, there is somewhere nice and easy for you to get into school. Okay, now you should be at your tutor room for 8:30 in the morning. Okay, so that doesn't mean coming in the gate at 8:30 at your lesson at 8:30. Okay, and that can be a little bit strange to get used to. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, guys. Really looking forward to meeting you all very soon. Stay safe.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Kerry and I'm the head teacher here at the Manor Academy. I understand that you've got a couple of questions that you'd like to ask in preparation for joining us in September, and the first one was about how much homework you'll be set. So what I can confirm is that for English, Maths and Science you will be asked to complete 1 piece of homework per week, and that homework will take around 30 minutes to complete. In your other subject areas you'll be set a piece of homework once a fortnight. We also, in the creative subjects, would encourage you to consider joining one of our clubs that will run at lunchtime and after school. I believe your next question was in relation to what we use the student planners for. So this is an example of the planner that you'll be issued with in September. We use our planners to record your timetables, your homework, weekly attendance rates, and it's also got a really helpful map of the sighting so you can find your way around.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Sullivan. I'm based in the student reception area at the Manor Academy. I understand from Miss Rawson that you've got a couple of questions with reference to coming up to the Academy that you'd like to have answered today. And my question that I've had asked is, what do I do if I feel unwell in school or if I need to contact home? Well, the answer is quite simple. You must tell the teacher that you are with or the adult that is in your area. Tell them you feel poorly and they'll give me a call, and I will contact home and speak to your parents or carers and decide whether they think that you need to come home or whether maybe they can bring some medication into school to help you feel better. Secondly, if you need to contact home, again, it's simple. Just speak to whoever you're with. Explain to them your concerns and why you think you need to contact home, and we'll decide if that's necessary, and if so, again, myself or one of my colleagues will do that for you. It's quite simple at the Manor. You just need to make sure you keep talking to people around you. Staff are more than happy to help if they can and give you the time to listen to you. So hope to see you soon. Until then, be safe, keep learning and be happy.
Hello Year 6, my name's Miss Shanahan and I'm the Head of Humanities at the Manor Academy. That means I look after the subjects such as history, geography and RE that you're going to be studying when you move up to Manor for Year 7. Now the question that I've got for you today is, what do I do if I get lost? Now, the first thing is not to worry. It's very likely you'll get lost in your first week as our campus is so big. However, there's going to be lots of things put into place to make sure that you don't get lost on an often and regular basis. So first of all, we've got lots of year 8 students who have been at the Manor for a whole year now, who know the site from top to bottom, who will be guiding you to and from your different lessons. Secondly, there's also lots and lots of teachers who are about to show you where to go as well. Now, Miss Rawson does a really exciting activity on the first day where she will organise an orienteering activity to help you get to know the school. She pins loads of clues all around the school site to help you find out what all the different buildings are, what they're used for, so that you get used to where everything is. You'll do that as a tutor group in different teams, so it's a really fun and exciting activity. I was a year 7 form tutor last year and I really enjoyed doing that, getting to know my form. So the second question I've got to answer for you today is, will you get into trouble if you are late in your first week? Now, the answer is absolutely not. Your teachers are all going to be very understanding of the fact that you are new to the school and getting used to your new surroundings. So nobody's going to tell you off. You're not going to get into trouble. Like I said before, there's going to be lots of people to show you where to go, so please try not to worry about it. Everybody is super friendly, and if you ask where to go, anyone will tell you the answer. Now, we're very excited to see you in the new academic year, and I will personally look forward to meeting every single one of you. So please take care and enjoy the summer. Bye-bye.
Hi Year 6, I'm Mr Wadsworth and I'm the Head of History at Manor Academy. And I've been asked to answer a couple of your questions by Miss Rawson about anything you might be struggling with when you come up in Year 7. Now, 2 questions I've got today are, what do I do if I'm struggling with work in the classroom, and what do I do if I'm struggling with work at home? And I thought, first of all, one of the biggest, scariest things when you come up in Year 7 is you often think that you can't talk or you can't ask for help or anything like that. But actually, the first place in a classroom you should always look to if you want a little bit of help or if you're stuck on a question is perhaps to ask your partner or somebody else on your table, because it's all about that supportive learning that you'll get from other people around you. But also, you want to be quite independent and resilient and not think about that you're struggling with something, just asking a teacher straight away, trying to work through that problem for yourself. But also, there'll be other pointers in the classroom that can help you. First of all, if there's any kind of exercise you're supposed to be doing or any questions that you're supposed to be answering, the first place to look would probably be to the board to see what exactly you're supposed to be doing in your task. But also, you might be able to look back in your book. Right? That book of yours that you're going to have all your work in is going to be a really good tool for your learning every single lesson. So whenever there's a question about something, you can always look back in it, whether it's into the task you did 5 minutes ago or last week or even the last topic that you were looking at. And finally, if you're still really struggling or you really need some help, put your hand up, ask the teacher. Because there's nothing worse than sitting there in complete silence and getting really worked up about not knowing something and then not doing your work, right? So what I really don't want you to do is to just sit there and give up. And most of all, don't sit there and feel stupid for asking a question. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know the answer or you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, you need to find out. Now, the second question I was asked to look at was, what do I do if I'm struggling with my homework? And the first thing I thought of is, when you come up in your Year 7, you're going to be given a planner. And in your planner, the best thing you can do is be organised with your homework, because that's what it's there for. It's there so you can know exactly what you're supposed to be doing all the time. And I thought to myself, what are some of the common problems that people have with this? And as a Year 7 form tutor last year, I found that quite often the problems with homework was being disorganised. Quite often, I had planners that looked like this one at the top, where it just said do sheet or finish off questions, or even just a bit of inane scribbling that I didn't really know what it said. And then all of a sudden, I'd be getting asked for students as homework, and I didn't even know what it was. Right? What it should look like, if it's nice and organised, are these second and third ones down. So it's very obvious exactly what you've got to do for your homework, so that when you get home, you're not looking and thinking, what was it that Mr. Wadsworth asked me to do? Or what was my maths homework or my RE homework or geography or whatever subject it is? And therefore you've got a very clear idea. Now, the second thing you could do to help you stay organised is you're also obviously going to get a timetable to look at all your different subjects during the week. Now, you might find that on certain days, there will be certain subjects that quite often set your homework. So, for example, this was one of the Year 7 timetables from last year. You might find that, for instance, you might often get maths or RE homework on a Monday. So maybe it'd be worth writing at the bottom of your timetable what homework you tend to get on different days. So when you get home on that day, you make sure that you know you've got to set a little bit of time aside to complete that homework. My other piece of advice really is don't let it all get on top of you at once and try and just do it on one day. Don't think, oh, Wednesday's my homework day or I'll leave it all for the weekend. The best thing you can do is actually do it the day that it's set. So if you get some history homework on a Monday, spend a bit of time on Monday after school completing that homework, and then it's out of the way, because then you won't forget what you're supposed to be doing either. The other thing that I thought about was if you really still are struggling, or you've not organised your planner properly, or maybe somebody said to you that we've got homework for geography today, have you done it? Perhaps you make sure that you know to ask somebody what that homework might be, right? So if you've got it written in your planner and you don't really understand what it is, again, you could ask somebody else from your class, or perhaps during tutor time, you could mention it to somebody, or even go and find your teacher or email them and find out exactly what it is, so that if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing that day, you can still complete it rather than either handing it in late or turning up and saying, sorry, I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and therefore you won't get in trouble for it. So I really hope all that advice was useful and that you're going to have a lovely summer, and we'll look forward to seeing you in September, ready to
I
learn.
hope you've enjoyed this video. There will be more to follow next week. In the meantime, if you've got any queries or concerns, we have an email address that you can use. It is year6@themanor.nots.sch.uk. Take care and we'll see you soon.